Hello, everyone. So good to see you. So yeah, we're going to talk about Sintra. Sintra is this software that helps small businesses grow. So we have these 12 AI assistants that help you with social media, support. Everything lives in the one, and it's super simple to use, and it could do actions on behalf of you. And I thought about what I can actually speak on, when coming on this stage, because the software that we're building is changing so fast. It's every 3 months or every 6 months, there's new technology that we try to implement. So I thought what could actually be interesting on this stage. So I thought about why just not about the backstory. I'll tell you a little bit about how we got here, who we are, just sort of the backstory of how we got here. So Sintra actually started in a garage when I was 16 years old, and we rented out this garage for 100 euros per month in Vilnius, Lithuania. We had no experience, so we basically started a marketing agency helping small businesses grow. So we used to do social media marketing for them, websites, all of it, so basically small businesses could grow. And I was super lucky that I had this team around me that would support my dumb ideas, and we just collaborate and work together. Then when I was 18, I actually started an e-com agency that was helping businesses in the US grow their e-com stores. So that grew to about a 30-people company. We had 30 employees, and basically everything was working quite well. And then when I was 20, I realized, what's the purpose of all of this? Why are we really doing this? I don't really want to sell another shampoo brand out in the world. And so when I was 20, I decided to sell all of my shares of the agency. I bought a bright yellow VW van and took off to Portugal. So as I was traveling across Portugal, I was selling these Notion docs that you can build and then you could sell it as a digital resource. And people were actually making a living off of this, and it was quite nice. And as I was coming back from my travels, there was a thing called ChatGPT, which you've probably all heard of. And there was a thing called ChatGPT prompts. And people did not know how to really use ChatGPT, so I thought, nobody's really selling this. Why don't package it into a Notion doc and just sell it? And so Sintra was basically a side project on the weekend that we just built. So it was 200 prompts for marketing for ChatGPT. You could copy and paste. And we thought it was going to be marketers that were going to be buying these prompts, but it's actually small business owners, mostly in the United States, that just wanted to leverage AI in their business that had no idea how. So we basically, from all of this, we then thought, okay, what do actually small businesses need? So we tested a ton of tools for them, AI marketing tools or LinkedIn viral poster tools and all of these different things. And it didn't really click. I don't think small businesses wanted another tool in their toolkit. So then we took off to Portugal once again, now with my co-founder, now with 2 vans. So we drove across Berlin, drove into France, and then we went into Portugal. And we saw that there was a thing called character AI. I don't know if you ever heard of it. So character AI had these characters, and you could chat with them, and usage was really great on that. And we thought okay, what if we just add a cute face to a GPT wrapper, and we name it a social media assistant, and we think about not just from the tool side, but from the character side, and we just test and see if it actually works. And I thought this is the dumbest idea ever. And I thought why would people even buy this? You can make this yourself, and it's super easy and super simple. And actually, it turns out the usage was great, and people were actually using it more than we thought we did. So we leaned on into this character aspect. So how do we build not just a tool that you could use, but a character you can actually interact with, and it could be a team member. So we just basically spent the entire weekends and nights building this out. And then we launched on May 15th, and this is my co-founder Vasaris naked on launch day on May 15th. So we clicked the on button at 6 p.m., and it just absolutely exploded. So what we launched is 12 helpers with a shared context layer that you could interact with, and they had their special abilities. And so basically, we did 10 million ARR in 8 months with this MVP version of the product. The team was about 12 people, and we thought, okay, what's the, why is this the case? So we realized that, the SMB market is highly underserved, and there's a lot of different tools that SMBs use, but they don't really, they need a specialized sort of solution for their needs. And because growing a small business is hard, there's a lot of moving parts. You have many things that you have to worry about, and there's so many different tools that you don't even know how to navigate this entire forest. And there's so many complex moving parts that you need to take care of. So about last year in November, I was okay, so what's the value that we can bring to SMBs and to these small businesses? So I basically sent an email to our most engaged customers that sent more than 1,000 messages in the last 90 days. And I said to them, I want to visit you in person. I want to visit you and see you and sort of touch you and smell you. And I want to sort of understand why you use the product. And so I went to Dallas, Texas, I went to LA, I went to Washington State, I went to all over the country, and I basically realized at the end of the day, what small businesses really care about is either getting more clients, more revenue, or saving more time. And that's it. And that's basically the vector that we think about it. So what Sintra is right now, it's you have this workspace and you have these 12 different employees that can handle tasks in different aspects. They can build a website for you, generate leads for you, run social media, respond to comments, respond to any sort of inbox that you have. And each of these helpers has their own sort of specialized abilities. So for example, Soshi, she can set up your social media calendar. She can post automatically to these platforms. You approve it. And I think, all of them have their own special abilities, and if Soshi doesn't know anything, she can delegate the rest to others, and she can speak with other helpers. And all of it, all of them have different abilities. But the best part is all of them share the same exact context. So anything that you do with Soshi, you can do the same with Pen or Cassie or Gigi or Somi or all of the suite of different helpers. And we hope that we can become sort of the context layer for SMBs. Basically, store as much context as possible about a small business, and then connect it with different aspects that they might find useful. And honestly, I think the team has grown from about 12 people start of this year to about 45 members, and so we're expanding the product team. And I think there's so many different things that we don't know about yet, so it's kind of hard to say exactly where the market is headed. But from my experience and from the experience that I had in the garage, I just realized that SMBs and small businesses need not just a tool that they want to use, but they want to use characters that work together with them. And it's sort of the same exact experience I had in the garage when I had these sort of helpers and this small little team working with me. So, and now the team that I have right now. So I think our goal at Sintra is to basically provide that experience of having a team that works together with you in a package that is easy and simple to use for small business. That's it.